been a long road. A very, 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 very long road. And to finally see the peak of the mountain. Well, actually, yeah, just the peak. Because I still got a whole mountain to climb. But to finally see the peak and know that everything that I thought of prior to this very moment is incorrect. Not incorrect in a bad way, but more of incorrect in a way of the way I was thinking. And not all of it, of course, but a lot of things based off of, where you come from and all the things you've known, the way you've been raised, the people that you've been around. It's so crazy how we can create our own narrative of everything. Instead of just being. Instead of just putting forth into the things that benefit your life in a positive, loving, and caring way. Just picture what you can get when you do that. And it's like, I love my journey. I thank God for everything that I've been through. I know even since I was a kid, I asked for everything that I've gotten. Like, it doesn't matter. Even if it turned out bad, I did ask for it. But I didn't know what I was asking for. So there's a difference. But I personally trusted God throughout any decision that I've made. Any decision. Even when it means for, if I had to fight somebody. I'm just being honest. Even if it may seem like I was doing bad, my intentions was pure, I could say that about myself. I don't regret anything that I've done or anything that I've said or anything because I learned from those things. No, I'm not perfect. And I don't ever want to hurt anybody in my way. But I've never once tried to do someone else dirty or get revenge on somebody based off of them. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is like, I have to commend myself on that because there's not a lot of people like that. There's a little bit of people like that. And there's some people that will try to antagonize you and get you to get out of character and get you to do something. And it's up to you to choose to do it. So I don't even blame nobody for nothing because at the end of the day, everything that I did, all my choices that I've made, I chose them. I did. I didn't have to. I didn't have to choose to stay in a certain type of relationship that I knew I was not going to benefit me at all, that was only hurting me. I chose to continue. I chose to choose everything that I ever wanted in that moment. I could choose to do the right thing. I could choose to make better choices. That's what it's really about. If you think about it, that's what it's really about. It's really about making the best decisions. I see that so much, and I can't stress that enough because that is what really actually helped change my life. That's where my life changed. When I personally chose to change my life, to make better choices, to start seeing my worth and seeing what I do deserve, not the negativity, not the backlash or anything like that. Because if I'm not willing to give that to somebody else, then why do I deserve that? I don't deserve anything less than the best if I'm willing to give that to somebody else. So in order for me to be able to give that to somebody else, I needed to work on myself. I need to work on myself and make sure I'm a better person where I'm not able to even put that forth on another person, let alone myself. So it takes self-love, and it takes self-work, and it takes you to learn who you are so that you can provide the proper energy and proper love to another person, especially another person that's in the same energy as you. That don't mean that you got to get in that energy and give it to people that's not going to respect your love. No, it means you need to get in that energy so you could go be with those people that love like you. So you could be in the energy of people that love like you, that's willing to give what you willing to give. Because there's people out there like you, but you will never know because you're so stuck in being drained by the narcissistic, devilish energy that you choose to bring it forth in your own life, your own head, your own energy. It's about you. It's about what you attract and what you allow. So, to be honest, there's no excuses out here. It's really none. If you make a choice and it happens to not be the best choice, don't fault yourself. Don't let nobody else make you feel like you wrong or bad. People, they like to do that. They like to condemn you before you even understand why you made whatever choice you made. That doesn't mean you can't learn from it and change and make a different decision the next time. You know what I'm saying? All that means is you needed to learn from that, and you need to be around people who understand that. Because sometimes the people that's trying to condemn you condemn their damn self. They condemn their selves first. They always condemning themselves, so they feel the need to condemn another. But if you don't feel the need to condemn yourself, because you know you make you make mistakes and stuff happens, and you can make a difference the very next minute. You don't need to condemn another person because you understand them. I'm preaching right now. Attracting beauty is by being beauty. Because then you're putting that energy, that beauty energy, that love energy into you to make sure that you're able to keep yourself on a certain elevation where you don't get out of character based off another person. Even if you are passionate when you talk, that's not you getting out of character. People tend to not allow people to just be themselves just because of the way they talk or just because of who they are as a person. No, a person is supposed to be able to be themselves regardless. If you take offense to it, that's because you personally have your own feelings. But if a person is not personally condemning you or trying to talk down to you as a person, why are you taking it as offense? You know? It's just, we need to have more love for ourselves, more respect for ourselves, more understanding of ourselves, and allow each person to go through their own journey and allow each person to grow, regardless on how that person is in their own aura. Unless if they're not coming to condemn you or could attack you or try to make you feel less than, then that person is not a bad person. That person is just a person going through their own journey and just possibly needs an example or somebody that they can look up to help them on their way because they know that they need to make changes in their life. But when you're dealing with somebody that thinks they perfect and they trying to always attack you, they don't think they need change. Which means, why would you be around somebody that doesn't even want to elevate? Why would you want to be around somebody that's going to stunt your elevation, stunt your learning process, stunt your life lessons, stop you from going to different places and seeing the world and seeing the best? Whatever you think it is what it is. It's up to you to accept it. It's up to you to accept anything. Anything. Oh my goodness. I'm just in such a beautiful, beautiful place in my life mentally. And I finally am able to let go and let God God, when I tell you the divine, when I tell you the most high, when I tell you the most beautiful energy of all is love and unconditional love. I will not stress that enough. Love and unconditional love, because you can attract that. There are people that believe in that. Trust me. There are people like you that believe in that. And so when you get with those people that are like that, you will receive a whole different type of vibrational energy that is beyond you, but it's all based off of you being beautiful inside, because that's what people want to be around. That's what we need in this world right now. We don't need people trying to tell people who they need to be. If anything, we just need to lift each other up, because tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So stop trying to make somebody be something. If anything, let them live the best way they know how, and you could be the example. You live like that then. Just you. Live in your energy. Live in your space. Be good in your energy. And be good to people in your energy. But you don't have to make nobody else feel like their journey is not enough because you think that yours is. That, still doesn't make any sense. Just saying, like, everybody needs to be themselves. Let people be themselves. You are not the judge. God is the judge. You being in your energy and loving yourself is going to make the world want to love themselves. And that's you changing the world. Because if nobody wants to follow you, or if nobody wants to learn from you or see you grow, then that's a problem. Because we all have to grow. And if you don't want to grow, that's fine. But don't stop the people that do want to grow. Don't stop the people that do want to grow. I cannot wait to get my eyebrows done. Just get out of our way. Get out of our way. Or learn from us and grow too. But to try to pull us down, don't. You're not going to win. You're going to always lose every time, because we have somebody on our side that's more powerful than anything that this world has ever seen or ever known. And that energy is so, so, so powerful, and will condemn and haunt anything that tries to come in between that light. And we have an army behind us, an arsenal of beautiful, 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 beautiful entities and angels and guides. And guides is what I said, guides. But the Most High, come on. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing that can get in our way. We're just going to keep growing. Now listen, I'm just in such a beautiful space. I cannot stress that enough. I'm so happy right now. I'm in love. No, not just in love. No, that's different. Because listen, I've been married before. I was married for 5 years. And that I was, I loved that person as well. But that relationship was based off of trying to grow and learn. Not knowing. Being young. I don't condemn anybody because we both were learning. So yeah, it was not easy, and it was very hard, and it was domestic. It was. But it was because we were moving too fast. I don't blame anything now because I made those choices. But now, and I've had other relationships after it, but a lot of my relationships were based off of me trying to find, me looking and trying to find. And that's the reason why my relationships did not work out. And I learned so much in those relationships. I learned me. I got a chance to learn me, and I don't regret that. I'm so glad that I did have my past relationships because they molded me to be who I am. So I don't condemn anyone that I've been in a relationship with, even though there were some crazy, 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 crazy things that happened in my life. I'm telling you, crazy things in my past relationships that you would not even believe. That's a whole nother thing. But in this moment, at this very moment, I had the chance to learn who I am and find myself and even have time alone. Time a year actually alone to really focus on me and what I wanted for my life. And in that time frame, I met some great people. And also, I met my husband. And before he was my husband, we were friends. Friends first. We weren't seeking each other. We weren't seeking each other. We were placed together. We became friends. And we never forced each other for anything, you know. We allowed each other to understand that, hey, I'm my own person, you're your own person. This is just, we're friends, this is what it is. Who would have known he'd be my soulmate, my twin flame? Probably one of the most amazing men I've ever met in my life. Me and a man form. We think the same. We see the same. We feel the same. He loves me for me. And I love him for him. Like, he's everything to me. I'm sorry. Like, no. No, he's everything. He's everything to me. Everything. But to come from the past that I've come from and the mentality that I used to have about myself and the things that I've been through and all of these different, trials and tribulations through my life of growing, and to get to where I am, to truly love myself and to actually see that everything that I thought in the past, knowing that there was someone that I was going to meet out there, even though I was seeking, instead of putting it into myself, I was seeking, but I was fine looking because I was looking for that feeling that I knew I deserved and I wanted. So when I decided to put those feelings into myself and learn myself and heal myself, I realized how great my love is and how much of an amazing human being I actually am, and how I don't deserve anything less than that type of energy, that type of love. Then I removed anything that was not that. As far as out of my aura. I may not be able to remove it out of my way physically, but out of my aura of being any form of distraction towards me, completely removed. Completely removed. But then, in that time, I attracted the sun, the Leo. My beautiful, 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 beautiful Leo. My beautiful husband. He's just so sweet and he's just breath of fresh air. And he's a whole story in his own too. Oh my gosh. And then to know that we have like such a similar past. Like so many things that are so different because he's from another country and from another way of life and a way of thinking and a whole different culture. Like it's a shocker. It's like crazy how everything is so different but yet the same but different, because the morals there are so different. And they're beautiful morals as well. Very. I got a chance to experience a whole new world. A whole new world. With my best friend. Wow. This is a journey. This is going to be really, 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 really. This is the beginning of a whole new world. I'm so thankful for every decision that I've ever made in my past, for every person that has ever come in contact with me. I'm about to get emotional. For any person that has ever come in contact with me, who has, the ones that hurt me, the ones that I've hurt, the people that played any part of my life. I love you all. Every single person. I love you from the bottom of my absolute heart. Everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, family members, whoever you are, anybody that has any form of connection with me. If I've ever met you and I've given you any type of thought process that I did not care or whatever, anything that made you feel anything less than being the best person in the world, I love you. I love you, and I thank you for your experience in my life. I thank you. And any person, of course, that has come across me and we have the best experience, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And those that just love me unconditionally because I'm me, I love you. Those that hate me because I'm me, I love you. I absolutely love you. And I want you to be the best person in the world, the best version of yourself. Forget about what anybody thinks. You're special. You're special. You're special. You're amazing. I thank anybody that I've ever come in contact with, because if I never, ever, ever come in contact with anyone, I would not be where I am today. And I would not have the husband that I have today. I would not be the person that I am today. Like the growth that I have, the mentality that I've gained from every person that I've ever met, you know. The jobs that I've had that led me to growing and learning myself as well. I would not be who I am today. And I am so grateful. I wouldn't change a thing. I'm literally going to tear up right now because I'm just thinking, like, if I never ever came in this life, in this body, then I wouldn't, have experienced certain things. But I'm so grateful to be right here. Me. Right now. In my life. I love my life. I love myself. I love everything. I love everybody. It doesn't matter if I had nothing. I love myself. I don't care if it was ripped all from me. I mentally am prepared for life, for whatever God has for me, because I know who my Most High is. Like, I embody that. I know that energy and that light that's within my heart. That's what's more important than anything. It's like my husband is just a piece of what God is. Like, you don't understand. My husband is a piece of showing me how good God is. Okay? Like, I don't think we understand. God just shows me, like, you're worth it. You're worth every bit of it. You're worth every bit of your own self. You're worth every bit of your own love. You have to believe that, and you have to start by taking accountability over the things and the parts that you played and not being the best version of yourself, and not being there for others, and not being the best person that you could have been in the moments that you needed to be, and the moments that you chose not to be. And then embrace those moments that you did. Embrace those moments that you did. And then allow God to do the rest. And just watch. But you have to be grateful for the journey when it comes. You have to be grateful for the lessons. You have to see people for who they are when they do things. That's God warning you and showing you what not to put up with and what not to keep around you so that you can move forward. So picture if you actually make the choices that God is telling you to make, not your ego. Not because you don't want to be around somebody because their energy, they didn't even do nothing to you, but you personally just don't like somebody because for no real reason. That's you having the problem. Then if it's not from a good, where you're literally being the most beautiful version of yourself and with your energy and everything, and a person still tries to treat you some type of way, then that's when you know when to remove people, because you're being at your best. You're being at your best. So be able to see through what you're not willing to do. Don't accept. Ooh. If you're not willing to do that to somebody, if you're not going to do that, don't accept. Same thing with money. Like if somebody's giving you some kind of money and you know you don't truly accept it personally with gratitude, or you feel in your heart, I would never do this, then why accept it? Why receive it? Because you're receiving it for the wrong reasons. You got to heal yourself with that. We got to heal ourselves. Nobody's going to do that for us if we don't analyze ourselves, what we're willing to do and what we're willing to not do, you know? Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. It doesn't matter what it is. Love people for who they are. Don't hate a person simply because they're beautiful, or hate a person simply because they're not. Who are you? So then that means that you want people to hate you because of those same reasons. Everything that you want to do to another person, you're asking it for yourself. So when certain things don't work out in your life, certain relationships don't work out in your life, you have to look at yourself and say, what were your intentions when you decided to go in it? What were your intentions? Were you really being pure in your thoughts? You know what I mean? Were you really willing to be pure in your thoughts when you decided to accept something in your life? The devil wants you to accept negativity, because remember what a vampire is, right? It's a bloodsucker. Okay, a vampire is also demonic. It's a bloodsucker. It sucks your energy. But in order for it to suck your energy, or in order for it to come into your home, your aura, you have to accept it in. You have to accept the devil. You have to accept demonic possession. You have to accept these things. Or something has to be placed there for you to accept it. But you don't have to accept anything. You only can accept good. You only can accept greatness. You can only accept the light if you want to. Just like you can accept that, you can accept good. Even if somebody do something to you, you don't have to accept the drama just because a person want to talk out their mouth, say what they want to say. As long as the person don't touch you, God gave you the free will to protect yourself. That's why you're a strong individual. If you work out, if you eat healthy, you taking care of yourself, you know you're being made into a warrior. You're being made into a warrior to do what? To be able to go to war when necessary. When necessary. Because you are not to be harmed. You are God's anointing. No one shall touch God's anointing. And when you're really anointed, you don't allow people to touch you. Not even with their words. Not even with their energy. Not even with their nothing. You can choose to walk away at any time. What do you need to prove? You know who you are. So you don't got to prove nothing. But if a person touch you or tries to harm you, honey, you've been given the strength and the knowledge to understand that a person is dealing with mental issues. So that means you got to peep game and handle yourself accordingly. You got to understand, if you don't have mental issues, you need to be able to see mental issues when they come. And I don't mean you engage. That means you need to treat them accordingly. And don't involve yourself in nonsense that is not assisting your highest good or going to assist anything good in your life. Because if you want to keep those good things, all those good things, you got to take care of them good things. You got to cherish those good things. You got to make all those good things be great and happy and perfect and beautiful, and let them know how beautiful and perfect they are in your life. Because then they'll never want to go, because they'll never get that nowhere else, honey. Not like you give it. So you need to be it. Not just be faking it. You have to be it. So be it to yourself first. You got to make sure you put that in yourself first. Give it to yourself first, honey. And you will get it. I promise you. I promise you. You will get it. But you have to believe it. You have to be willing to be it in yourself and enjoy that energy in yourself with nobody. With nobody. Like, you good alone. Like, you can go out to dinner by yourself, with yourself, go on dates with yourself. You can do things with yourself and you enjoy doing it. That's life. That's life. Rejecting negativity, rejecting the mental thought processes that make you feel like you're not good enough, or you can't be alone, or that you need somebody to make you feel more than. And I'm not saying you don't need a man, because, honey, that's not even... If you're a woman, you need to be in touch with your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is the most important part of your life. If you're a woman, like you, and you're trying to attract a man. If you want to attract a man and have children and have a feminine lifestyle, because you're a woman and you love that, because, you know, everybody loves they have their own preferences. They love whatever they love inside of themselves. You know, so whatever's inside of you, if you are a woman and want to have the feminine life, then you have to be feminine. You have to have your feminine energy intact. So with that being said, you must know that in order to have children, you need a man first. I'm just saying, ain't no kids coming if you ain't got no man. So you have to be in that feminine energy for a man to want to take you, you know? And that means the way you respect yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you learn how to perceive properly. If you're not putting into that, you're not going to do it. You're just going to think you know. And you're just going to run off men instead of attract them to you by just being who you are, by learning yourself. Because then you're naturally in your own element. You don't have to force. You don't have to try to be. You don't need to act. You don't need to create. You can just be feminine. Because You're okay with your feminine energy. You know how to tap into all things. You know how to be feminine. You know how to be masculine, because you need to know how to be independent as a woman. And you need to be strong as a woman as well. You have your both energies. Everybody has both. It's just which one is more dominant. And as far as the masculine energy for a woman is working and their ego and their pride, and needing to make sure that we have that intact, and that we don't think that our pride and our ego is more important than love. Because as a woman, love should be important. Nurturing should be important. For men as well, they need to be intact with their feminine and that masculine energy, and know that love is important just as well as ego and pride is important. But which one is more important? You know what I'm saying? So we all have to tap into certain forms of ourselves, but it's just about what's more important at that time that you need it. Know when to tap into your love, and know when to tap into your ego. Okay? Period. Because you don't owe nobody no explanation. That's when that ego comes in. What have you done in any form of fashion that deserves for me to give you this, my beautiful energy? I'm able to do that if I choose to. If I choose to. Now, I don't have to. I will never belittle, or you don't ever belittle or do anything. But if I see that your energy is not matching with mine because you're trying to be whatever for any reason, I can just remove myself. So I get to choose who I want in my aura. So if I don't want someone in my aura, you can't get mad at me for not wanting you in my aura. It's mine. I choose what I want. So if you want to be in my aura, just like if I want to be in your aura, I'm going to do whatever I know that your aura requires. If I want to be in it. Like anybody would do. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to know how to, otherwise then if you don't like how I carry myself, why should you want me to be around you? It's the same exact thing. Why? We all need to understand that. People don't know how to respect and understand other people's auras and spaces. So that's why it's really important to protect your energy, protect your aura, protect your vibe, protect who you are. No one should be able to have to come in and think that it's okay to tarnish or treat you any way other than the way you would treat them. Other than the way you would treat them. Now, if you're willing to accept certain things, it's because you do it to other people. That's just really what it is. Otherwise, why would you think you accept it? And it doesn't have to be like you actually do it to other people. You could actually do it to yourself. So sometimes you think you accept stuff like that because you tell yourself these things. This is becoming a long video right now. But I was really just venting, channeling. And this is the truth. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of the decisions that I make. I'm so proud of being someone that chooses to make the best decision that I need to make at that time. I'm so proud of myself being able to choose to be strong so I can protect myself when necessary. Because I also have to be realistic in life and understand that where there's gods, there is devils. There's demons. There's people that are literally hate you and want to see you die. They can't stand the way you talk. They can't stand the way you look. They can't stand anything about you because they literally secretly hate you. There are people that actually are like that. And even though you're trying to be yourself and you're trying to grow as a human being and you're just going through life and learning, but never trying to actually hurt someone, some of these people are actually trying to hurt you, actually don't want to see you survive, don't want to see you win, and actually wishing for your downfall. So since we know that, you have to protect yourself and be ready for war when it comes down to how you handle yourself as a person, and how you're willing to stand up for people that can't stand up for themselves. That's what I stand for. Unconditional love. I will love you, but I don't have to like you. I'll love you to death, but I'll never have to like you. I don't have to like your vibe. I don't have to like how you treat people. I don't have to like how you talk to people. And it's not really about me and also me. Because I'm not going to let that happen. So it won't really be me, but more likely doing to other people. I don't have to like you. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to I will always give respect. That's a natural ordained thing. You know, it's a moral standard of mine. But I don't have to like you, and I don't have to talk to you either. Very simple. It's very, very simple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we need to choose our battles in life. Everybody, like we need to really choose our battles, and wonder, why do we personally choose to let somebody get us out of character? So, or why do we choose to do stuff where we know is going to lead us strictly straight down on a down? Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Why? Why do you think you deserve that when you have a mind that can literally change everything around you? We're magical. Like, I can change anything. I can have anything. I can do anything if I do it, if I learn it. There's so many, platforms and things, and social media is so big. Like, there's so many places to learn everything. Classes that are not even expensive. You just get a job. You could pay for classes to do so much things. I could do anything. Anything I put my mind to. Anything. I just need to go learn. And if I wanted to be a surgeon right now, and I gave myself 1 full year to go to the library every single day for an hour to read surgical books about doctors, encyclopedias, learning all those things, I guarantee you when I given an exam at the end of the year, I will pass the exam. If I do my due diligence. But some people are not willing, if you really want something, to put that much effort into it. Even when it means going through life lessons and you're willing to keep going and not give up on love. When you're willing to keep going and not give up on love. No matter what. You always go into every relationship pure. You always go into every relationship knowing that this could possibly be it. And then, yes, people can possibly change. But even though you shouldn't just choose because of those reasons, because you're seeking, because you will go through a lesson. You should just allow yourself to be loved and attracted, which you will. But if you are someone that has gotten to that point where you've been just seeking and you never give up on love, start to give it to yourself. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on love. Just start giving it to yourself now. All that love, those little massages you want, those, make yourself a bath with roses and beautiful candles, and drink some wine, and take yourself out to dinner and cook yourself a beautiful meal. Put a rose in the middle of the table, set yourself a nice, beautiful dinner. Do these things to yourself first. Know that a man, if you want a man, and also you as a person, as a woman, you can have a standard, yes. But understand that what you're not willing to give, don't be thinking you're willing to get. And that goes with a man that got money and all that type of stuff, because I be seeing a lot of that on social media about, high value men and women preferring that. It's like, if you're not a high value woman, or if you're not willing to give the same type of energy to a man that he's willing to give you with his bank, abort mission, girl, because you're just going to lead yourself down the drain, because he's going to get tired of you. That's just my personal opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. But my personal opinion is, yes, you can have a high value man, but are you high value, and are you willing to give high value when you're giving it? Are you willing to truly give high value? Like, high value doesn't mean money, doesn't mean, because that's what he's giving. So what can you give mentally? How are you a form of assistance to him? What's going to make him be ready to come back home to you? What's going to be having him like, I don't want to be with y'all right now. I want to be with my girl. Matter of fact, can I bring my girl? Can I bring my woman? Can I bring my wife? You know what I'm saying? That's how you want him to be. You don't want him trying to get away from you to go find, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why he's trying to get away from you is because he's looking to go probably hang out with a friend, but then still thinking about coming back home to you. Or if he's away from you, he's looking to do something for you. He's out there doing something for you. You don't want a man that's out there doing something because they don't want to be for you. They want to be for somebody else, or don't want to be around you or something. Like, that means fix your aura and your energy. Fix your aura and your energy. Facts. Because you should be attractive. You should be attracting naturally. You don't need to, even because whatever is not for you is going to leave. And that's what you want. You don't need to hold on if you think somebody's going to do something to you, or if you think something's going to happen. Why hold on to that energy? If it happens, it's not for you. But don't be oblivious to it if it does happen. If it does come to you, because if you're not wanting to know about stuff like that, then it's not going to happen. But God shows you everything, honey. You will find out. You will get signs. You'll get signs about stuff. And if you choose to continue to stay with something when you know you was given signs, that's something you got to ask yourself and say, why you deserve that? Why do you deserve to accept certain stuff? Because you shouldn't accept it if you know it's not of something you would not do. Something you would not do. But like I was saying, if you're like not willing to give the same type of vibrations to that person that's willing to give you everything that you so-called think you deserve, then deserve it. Deserve it. Be it. Learn. Go grow. Go be alone. Go start meditating. Start trying to be the best for that person. Like you want them to be the best for you. You want them to be at their best. How can they be at their best if you're not being at your best? And I don't mean just working out and eat healthy. Mentally, your best. So that they can work on themselves mentally. You should want that if you love that person. Otherwise, why are you with them? Why are you in a relationship with them if you're not willing to see them grow or help them grow by growing yourself? And being a first example for them to know what it looks like. Because maybe they don't know what that looks like in their life. Maybe they've never seen people in their life grow the proper way. So you have to do that. You have to be attracting everything, attracting your vibrations, attracting life, attracting goals, attracting money, attracting mental stability, attracting everything. By just being you. You don't need anything. Everything is a bonus. So that makes you attract everything. Because you don't need anything. I don't need anything. I'm going to always feel secure. Anything is extra that I get is more than I had the day before. Yeah. Period. Nothing can take anything from me. My sanity, my life, my love. Even if you take my life, you didn't take my soul. You didn't take me. You don't win. You don't win. I'm that powerful. I win. I've won in my life. I won. I encourage all to win. So there's enough of me ranting. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm happy. Unconditional love forever.